7th edition of For the Love of Children is proudly brought to you by Kiddies Dome with the support of Y Crypt, Talk to Self, Body Safety Academy, Augustine Odenipo, Building Boys Academy, OnPad, Salma Private Schools The Safe Hands, FIDA Nigeria Enugu Chapter, Amaje Event Center, Nzapi, Agosil, and Afia TV. Thank you for standing with us in creating safer spaces for children.
I know you all know FIDA, that is International Federation of Women Lawyers. It's an appellage, the FIDA is an appellage from a Spanish word, Federación Internacional de Abogados. That's the meaning. Then, that's International Federation of Women Lawyers. You see, the objective of our organization is to protect, promote, and preserve the rights of women and children. And if you agree with me today, what we are doing is that we are trying to protect and preserve the rights of children in school. But now when you are talking of bullying, it's a two-way something now, like all the presenters said. Government, schools, parents, teachers, carers, and the children themselves. Then I will come from the angle of law. When you talk of bullying, we don't have a specific law in Nigeria on bullying, but there are international laws and there are Nigerian laws that handle bullying. When you talk of international laws, you have to talk of United Nations Convention on Rights of the Child. Article 19 states that children have the right to protection from all forms of violence, including physical and mental violence, injury or abuse, neglect or negligent treatment, maltreatment or exploitation. All these things, the director did mention them. You are not talking of only physical bullying. You are equally talking of emotional. At times it's even worse than bullying, because one can be here, non-verbal communication, and the person is bullying you. So international law covers that. Then you have the optional protocol to the Convention on the Rights of the Child, on the sale of children, child prostitution, and child pornography. You see, recently in Anambra State, former director in the Social Welfare Department got involved with trafficking of children. So there are these laws, these are all abuse and bullying of children in one way or the other. It's all violence. Then when you talk of national frameworks, you have to talk of Child's Rights Act of 2003. The section 12(1) of this act states that every child is entitled to protection from all forms of violence, including physical, mental, and emotional abuse. Another one is the Nigerian Policy on Safety in Schools. This is a national policy, and it's very broad. There you even have laws, charter laws of human rights, Africa, West Africa, and then Nigeria. There is so extensive that I'm going to encourage schools to make sure that they get this policy and try to implement it. And one thing in this thing is that if you implement it, it's going to yield benefit to the school. The last but not the least is the Constitution of Nigeria, the Federal Constitution. The Federal Constitution, enshrined in the Constitution, are sections that do protect the rights of children. You have the Chapter 4, the sections there did talk of dignity to life. At times, these children will be bullied, that their life will be taken. is protected in the Constitution. Then you have the right to protection of dignity of degradation of inhuman rights of a person. In this case, people are being degraded. You don't have to handle a child in a way that that child will be degraded. You have to handle the person as a human being. Right to liberty. There should be freedom of association. At times, they bully these children that they will be afraid of associating with others. They can't really associate with others. These are all enshrined in the Constitution. And this is where, if you have knowledge of it, and somebody bullies your child or even a school, you can't take that person to court because it is a legal aspect of handling such. Again, apart from this, you will agree with me that all we have done here today, if schools, they go back to put it into action, you see that we will get somewhere. This is a form of advocacy. And at this point, I will plead to the Director of Education that we don't mind FIDA. I said that one of the main objectives is to protect, preserve, and promote the rights of children and women. And then we used to do advocacy, visit, and talks. I think if you people give us the opportunity, we can go to schools and help in teaching and talking of laws that do protect children, so that all these things will help in reducing bullying that we have in the society presently. So like I said that I'm going to make it short. Like if I take the laws, national policy on national policy on this protection of children in school, you see that it can take the whole day as we have spent here. But what I tell you, now that you have known that we have such policies, you can go back home, open it, read it up. If you're a teacher, you will get more equipped on knowing how to handle these issues. On this note, I say thank you, and may God bless you.